Hi, all praises to the Most High. This will probably be the most important teaching you have ever received in your life for your spiritual growth. Please share it as far and wide to the saints only. I never tell you guys to like, share, or subscribe, but you can share this as far and wide because it's important. Proverbs 1 and 6. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. I'm going to explain some dark sayings to you. Psalm 78 and 2. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old. All right. I told you about the straw man in my other video, and I said I'm going to show you your enemies, okay? Your spiritual enemies. Matthew 13 and 24. Another parable put he forth unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which sows good seed in the field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. So the kingdom of that's the Most High. He planted good seeds in the earth. But while men slept, his enemy, the devil, and his agents sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. So in the nighttime, that's what they do. Matthew 12 and 29. Or how else can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods except he first bind the strong man, and he will spoil his house? So how can the enemy come and bind you and steal from you and spoil your spiritual gifts and goods if he first doesn't bind you? And how do they do that? Through visions in the night when you're sleeping. No man can enter in a strong man's house and spoil his goods except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Now, Colossians 1 and 16. For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in the earth, visible and invisible. Whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him. What is a strong man and a strong woman? It's evil spirit, demons, witches, warlocks, etc. Evil man or woman who works for the kingdom of Satan, kingdom of marine, the kingdom of darkness. The enemy comes not but to kill, steal, and destroy. So when Mark and Matthew are talking about watching your house, how can you spoil the strong man's house except you spoil his goods? This is talking about it. Now, let me get into this more in depth. The thief comes not to kill, steal, and destroy. I come that they might have life and have it more abundantly. Who are these enemies? Who is coming to kill, steal, and destroy? That's evil spirits, demons, witches, etc. Satan and his kingdoms, and all of their kingdoms and their thrones and dominions, the invisible worlds, right? Now, John 10 and 10, the thief comes not but to steal, kill, and destroy. I am come that they might have it more abundantly. What do they steal, though? They steal blessings, they steal glory, they steal stars. Do you remember the three wise men seeing Christ's star? Well, some people have brighter stars than other people, and they try to capture it, they try to steal it. And destiny and your spiritual gifts, your talents, your virtues, your personality, your honor, your riches, your career, your ministry, your goodness, your calling from God, your spiritual authority. Proverbs 8 and 18. So this is what you got to know. Riches and honor are with me, yeah, durable riches and righteousness. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add unto thee. You shouldn't shake hands, okay? You shouldn't shake hands because in your right hand is riches and honor. In your left hand is length of days. You can look that up in Proverbs 18 to 19 and Proverbs 3 and 2 to 4, okay? For length of days and long life and peace shall they add unto thee. That is in your hand. Don't shake hands in the physical realm or in the spiritual realm. They are taking days off your life or your riches and your honor. You do it. That's why I say people make agreements unconsciously in the spirit when they're sleeping. When does these wicked spiritual crimes take place? In bewitching hours from 12 to 4 a.m. 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. when most people are sleeping, but not witches, wizards, demons, satanists, evil spirits. They're at work to kill, steal, and destroy from you. Matthew 12 and 29. Or else how can one enter in a strong man's house and spoil his goods except first he bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house? He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathers not with me scatters abroad. All right. Matthew 24 and 42. Watch Therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord comes. Why does he say this to you? But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, those are the enemies of kingdom of darkness, marine, etc., he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man comes. Who is this? Who is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord has made ruler over his household to give them meat in due season? Because you're fasting a lot. You're fasting so that this a wise and faithful servant knows about these things that are going on in the night watches, okay? And they get their meat in due season. They don't eat all the time. All right? Now, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he comes, finds so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. Spoil means to steal or to rob in this sense. All right, Psalms 91:5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night. These are the terrors by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, because you got a demon named Noonday shooting arrows, evil arrows at noonday. But the ones I'm talking about who come to kill, steal, and destroy by night, this is the terrors by night. All right, nor for the pestilence that walks in darkness, the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor for destruction that wastes at noondays. This is the noonday demon named Noonday, and he throws fiery arrows by day. That's who that's talking about. But we're talking about the night. Now, Job 24:16. In the dark they dig through houses. This is them, which they had marked for themselves in the daytime. They know not the light. For the morning is to them even as the shadow of death. If one knows them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. Job 27:19. The rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He opens his eyes, and he is not, because people love to sleep and they don't understand. Terrors take hold of him as waters, and a tempest steals him away in the night. What is that talking about? Stealing your spirit. Stealing your spirit. All right? That's what they do. And then Proverbs 20:13. Love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. Because they shoot the arrows of poverty at you. Open thy eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. You should be in fasting and praying and protecting your finances, your goods. Especially if you see those things happening in your life. Poverty is a curse. You're not supposed to be in poverty. The Lord has delight in the prosperity of his servants. So if you're suffering poverty, you got to break that curse. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? And well wilt thou arise out of sleep? Yet a little sleep and a little slumber, and a folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travels, and thy want as an armed man. Now Proverbs 19:15. Softfulness casts into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger. What makes you idle? Because you don't do night watches. You're not doing night prayer, fighting against these entities. He that keeps the commandments keeps his own soul, but he that despises his ways shall die. Now yet a little sleep and a little slumber, and a folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come on thee as one that travels, and thy want as an armed man. Now the night watches, 56:10. Isaiah 56:10. His watchmen are blind. So you blind guides, you leaders not teaching these stuff, they are all ignorant. Now ignorant means to not know. They don't know. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Why does Isaiah tell you that? Because you're not doing night watches. You don't understand about these wicked entities in the night, stealing blessings, terrorizing, and you could have fasted in the day and your blessing and your is already coming to you, but they're hindering it. And why does Isaiah call your watchmen are blind? They're all ignorant. They're all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. You love to sleep. Yeah, they're all greedy dogs, which can never have enough.